See, and some people say, well, why do we have to worry about someone holding us down? No. Because Satan can only have power over you once you yield yourself. So you must volunteer yourself to him. They will never force you to do this. Because if that's the case, you don't fall under those that will suffer the punishment for volunteering yourself, you understand, for the mark of the beast. So you must volunteer. You must yield yourself to him. Because without you yielding yourself to him, really, he have no power over you. That's why it says, will cause. Something will happen that will cause you to want this. He'll take away your food, take away your bank account, take away your money, take away your food stamps, take away your spending cards. So these are the causes, austerity. Then he'll get you sick. And now everything is under a medical grid in which you're not going to be able to get the new Obamacare unless you get a two-way radio device implanted within your system, within your arm. That's in the Obama medical care bill. It's there. So that means you get no help, you get no food, you get nothing until you comply like a dog going to his master's hands for food. Read.
Verse 17. And that no man might buy or sell, save he that hath the mark.
Save he that hath the mark. Now, where do the churches come in at? The churches are going to push this mark of the beast on people, and that's the reason they switch the gospel of Christ into the prosperity movement. Know that they were going into this time of austerity, where people are about giving money to their pastors and getting rich and showing how much money they have to show how blessed they are within the earth. So they've purposely programmed the church to make you believe that having money is blessing you. And now the churches are going to integrate this mark of the beast within their system. Without the mark of the beast, how will your T.D. Jakes and how will your high expensive preachers be paid? So they're going to integrate that within the prosperity movement. Watch. They're going to say, God don't want your children to suffer. God is about miracles. God wants your child healed. This is how they're going to push it. And here they're going to say, listen, the church is still here. We haven't been raptured. That's not the mark of the beast. That's how the church is going to push it. Read.
And that no man might buy or sell, save he that have the mark.
Except he that have the mark. You will be off the grid if you don't comply with Satan's world. You will not be able to buy or sell in Satan's world. And that's why the government officials all over the earth have the Agenda 21 going down to try to take all property, take food, control, they poison the water to make it where you can only get good water from them, and that's bottled with fluoride. They purposely have done this. So listen, you can't get anything good unless you are a part of the system. Read.
Or the name of the beast.
Or the name of the beast. Now, believe it or not, a lot of us have received, out here, we've been calling on the name of the beast and don't even realize it. We've been dealing with, listen, the Jewish powers, in Revelations 2:9-3 tell you they're the synagogue of Satan. The name of their God, the Jewish national name of God of the Tetragrammaton, is the fallen one. And that's why it says 666. When you look at the 6, that is the same number of points for the god of Moloch, or the 6-pointed star of Moloch, where people are sacrificed within the star of Moloch. That's why it says the mark of a man. Think about it. It's the mark of a man. What man is pushing Satan's agenda? The Romans. Who are they? The Jewish powers, the Khazarians. They are administering the mark through their bank system. And you will have their God's name and worship in their God's name. That's the whole point of this. Read.
Or the number of his name.
Or the number of his name. Go ahead.
Here is wisdom. Verse 18.
Go ahead.
Here is wisdom.
Here is wisdom for those who have spiritual eyes to see. Read.
Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast.
To let you know all people will not have this understanding. Read.
For it is the number of a man.
It is a number of a man. And what man is administering this? The son of perdition. Who is he operating with? The powers of this world. The Khazarians or Romans who claim to be Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. Let's go to Revelations 14 and 11.
Revelation chapter 14, verse 11.
Read it.
And the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever. And they have no rest, day nor night, who worship the beast and his image.
Who worship the beast and his image. All religions are worshiping the beast, especially in the Christian churches. And his image. The image have been portrayed to all of us through their media, through their programming, through their television, through their propaganda. They took away the life the Most High gave us and presented an image of a false life. Read.
And whosoever receiveth the mark of his name.
Whoever received the mark of his name.
Verse 12. Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of the Most High.
So those who are going to fight against this is those that actually keep the commandments of the Most High. So they're not saying that the Most High's commandments are done away with. Read.
And the faith of Yeshua.
But yet they also have the faith of Christ. These are they whom the Illuminati and the powers have been focusing on trying to get rid of. Everyone else are going to be like cattle. They've already programmed and trained like cattle to just march to the beat of Satan and get chipped up. And don't tell me you're not ready to do it, because you do it all the time. Through fear. And the Bible tells you in Hebrews 2, through fear, Satan put us in bondage. The people, you have some people that get afraid if the government say, well, listen, your child have to be vaccinated. And you rush it. Now they don't even do that to the children. No, they don't even press the people no more. The families willingly now will give their children cancer and leukemia and all types of drugs through vaccinations. They've already programmed you to get these things administered without pushback. They do it through the vaccination program. Where do you think cancer and leukemia and all the autism and all these things come from? So if you're already programmed to do everything the government tell you, eventually you're going to move. And let me tell you, the government is not forcing people to do it. It's voluntary. But they make you feel, they put the pressure on you, but eventually you'll just do it because you don't want to be bothered. They tell you, well, your child can't come to school unless they get vaccinated. And you know that's not true because there's waivers. You're like, no, I'm not going for that. And once you push back, and then they calm down. The same thing with this. They're going to be like, well, you have, then you're like, no, I'm not getting nothing. Well, you're not going to be able to buy or sell. You're going to die like that. The Most High will take care of us then. If it's our time to go, it's our time to go. But according to this prophecy, those that receive this mark are not going to make it. Why? Because they no longer will have the power of free will. What brothers and sisters don't know is that these marks, these mark of the beasts or biometric chips, have mind control in them. They have mind control where they can make you do things outside of your own will. And see, it's deeper than all this. It's like you have a demon have been administered into your bloodstream by getting this so-called chip. So you no longer have power over what you do. And for those that don't think it's the mark of the beast is the chip, well, or the microchip, what are you going to do? You going to get one shot in you and your children? I'll tell you what, 1.2 billion citizens are voluntarily getting it right now. None of these people are going to make it. That gets it. And some people say, well, what about the children? What about these people? The Bible says no one is innocent. It tells you the children shall suffer the punishments of their forefathers. So if these grown people administer and yield themselves to Satan, their children are up under that too. Let's get it. Let's go into that on Iran. I didn't want to touch on this that long. Okay.